are compare and contrast. Nope, would be right here, right here. Compare and contrast, so to describe how things are alike and how things are different. And then we have cause and effect, explains what happened and why it happened. Then we have problem solution, so you're shown a problem and how it's solved. And then sequence means to explain an event in order. So like first, next, last. So, so we are going to go to page 269 in our reading book. 269 in our reading book. Alright, so we're going to determine the text structure and how it contributes to the author's purpose. Alright, so remember this story is about fire jumpers that jump out of planes to go and help with putting fires out by moving all the debris and stuff. So, what is the text structure and what evidence from the text helps you to know that? What is the text structure? Is it compare and contrast? Is it sequencing? Is it problem solution? Is it cause and effect? Gabby? No, it's not cause and effect. Problem solution. So the problem is that there are wildfires that break out. The solution is that the smoke jumpers go into these fires and try to create a fire break. That is the text structure. All right, let's go. Let's go to page 274, please. 274. Perseus and the fall of Medusa. So let's do our intro to text, which is where we prepare to read. It says, Perseus and the fall of Medusa is a Greek myth told in a form of a play. A myth is an ancient story that may be about the idea of good and evil. A play is a story that can be performed for an audience. Plays use lines of dialogue to reveal the plot. Plays use stage direction to help set the scene and to develop the characters. Stage directions are set in italics. Characters in myths typically include gods, goddesses, or other beings with superhuman powers. Think about what you know about myths. What do you want to learn about some of the mythical characters in this play? Write your idea down. All right. Now, so we're going to read the title, Perseus and the Fall of Medusa, retold by Claire Daniel, illustrated by Pep Botticelli. It says, who do you think Perseus is and who is Medusa? Looking at page 275. Who do you think Perseus is and who do you think Medusa is? Gabby?
Like a Greek god or warrior, and then Medusa's this snake lady.
The snake lady. Alex, where's your book? Okay, we'll grab Jody's book. You can't just sit there and twiddle our thumbs today. Alright. Perseus is the warrior and Medusa is the woman with the snakes. What do you think the fall of means?
It means defeated, killed. Or that Medusa's spell.
Okay, so it may not be an actual literal fall, but maybe it is the end of her powers, or person no longer has control. All right. So like we said, this is a play. There are 8 characters. All right, so we have a king who is Polydectes. These are Greek names. If I what? No, I can still hear you. And if you have a part, then I will, you'll know to read. Would you like to be Polydectes? Christopher?
Sure.
All right. All right, then we have Perseus, the son of Danae. Who wants to do that? It was me. Who said me? I don't know me. I know hands. All right, go Nathan. All right, then we have the mother of Vesuvius, Danae. All right, Gabby. Then we have Athena, who's the goddess of courage. I'll start calling people. Camille, you're going to be Athena. Then we have Zeus, the father of all gods. Alex. Then we have Hermes, the god of travel. Is that Sebastian? You want to be Hermes? Yeah? What? Yeah. No. Medusa. Kamani. And then Andromeda. Julia, will you be Andromeda?
I really don't care.
All right, then you're Andromeda. All right. So, remember, dramas or plays are set in, they have acts and, what are they called? They have the setting, they have acts, and they have the narrator tells the stage direction. So I'll be the narrator. So we're going to read. So I'll start. So all the italicized is what I read or what's in the parentheses. So that would be your stage direction. It says setting, ancient Greece. It says lights up on a large banquet hall where people are standing and chatting. Lights go up on Polydectes, who stands upper stage right, sweeping his arms towards the door.
No, she's reading the things. Yeah, the setting is right.
All right, Polydectes, read.
Waving his arms toward the door. Beyond the banquet, everyone is invited, but all know that the price of admission is a gift fit for the king.
All right, so I read what's in the parentheses. Okay? A man bows and presents a golden goblet to the king.
Yes, a gold goblet is a worthy gift.
He laughs.
Yet soon,
Perseus?
Perseus will come with no gift. He is penniless, but loaded of pride, which one intended to use to make good. I had
Devised.
devised a plan to marry his mother, Genia, who so far is a yet the trap is set soon. Genia will remain.
He raises his fist to indicate victory. Perseus enters holding the hand of his mother. The only person that should be talking is the one reading.
Attention, everybody. This man influenced his king by bringing no gift.
Crowd twitters is in disapproval.
Are you so lazy that you spend your time gazing up at the stars and wasting of them for the future?
Fortune. Crowd laughs. Perseus angrily.
I can give you any gift.
A hush fills the hall.
Just read it. That's quite a claim. Tell me what you want. It's not too much trouble. I really like to have the head of the Gorgon Medusa.
Crowd. Oh. Perseus firmly.
No monster will stop. I will travel the world with monster.
Polydectes takes Danae's hand.
And I will look after their mother until you return, if you return.
Danae in distress.
Perseus, no, this honesty will be in certain death. Don't worry, Ganya.
Perseus aside. Lights dim. Scene 2. Lights up on Perseus, who stands in Medusa's bedroom. Medusa is sleeping. Snakes from her head hiss at his arrival. Enter Zeus, Athena, and Hermes. Perseus kneels to them. Zeus. You gotta read louder so I can hear you. Perseus rises. Alright. Hermes. Handing Vesuvius sandals with wings. Zeus, Athena, and Hermes exit. Lights come up on Medusa. Using the reflection from the shield, Perseus approaches Medusa, who awakens. Medusa hissing.
So you come to find more courage than you have all.
Louder.
Look at me, coward. But that I could not have. But your looks are dead in other words. You may get wherever you wish, the next time and for you to grant. And how do you escape? You are not lasting you will attack me. Perhaps, but I wear many souvenirs that will carry me to the god
Zephyr.
Every will he will carry me on the top and like gather on
Hold on. Medusa moves towards him. The snakes from her head reach over toward him. Perseus raises his sword. Lights turn black. Scene 3. Lights up on Andromeda, who is chained to a rock overlooking the sea. Perseus, holding knapsack and sword, comes down from the sky and stands beside her.
what is your job, your lady? That's you know our job. My brother
Angered.
Aether, the
Poseidon.
private gods, you overheard my mother knows that I was working with his daughter, and so you are. Perhaps we're not for long. Poseidon had set my date as for the 6 months that I shall keep the monsters next to me.
A breeze moves her hair softly as a whisper which stirs feelings of love from Vesuvius.
Don't be afraid. The sea wants to look no more.
Adramita, pointing to sea.
There is arises. Look away.
She does, and Perseus withdraws Medusa's head from the knapsack. The sea monster turns to stone and sinks to the sea. Then Perseus cuts the chain with his sword to free Andromeda.
Kind sir, you have served a light to me. I thought had been stolen. In your hand. And then and I will protect you on your life. Who are you, kind sir? I am Perseus, son of God. Oh,
Sympathetic.
and I'm sorry for you. Why so? I've just found you finally the luckiest man alive. Don't you know what has happened to your mother? No. How is she? Oh, she refused to marry me.
Polydectus,
So they put her in a dungeon to punish her.
angrily.
The king has gone too far. Come, we will reverse this wrong.
Lights dim. Scene 4. Lights up at the palace of Polydectus, where Polydectus sits on a throne surrounded by lords, ladies, and guards. Enter Perseus and Andromeda.
Perseus, you live to see another day. How very clever you are.
Andromeda. Andromeda bows.
I do need another servant. Not at all. I've come to claim my home. Very well.
Motions to guard.
Go Jed's turn.
Pause.
I take it you did not success on
Succeed.
your honesty. I knew you to be a failure from the minute I met you. You know now that I will have to manage you from my kingdom or worse. Whatever pleases me.
Guards return with Danae.
Here she is safe and sound.
Loudly.
Mother and anyone don't
Danae and Andromeda look away, but everyone else ignores his request. Perseus pulls out Medusa's head from the knapsack, and everyone but Danae and Andromeda turn to stone. Perseus places the head back in the bag.
Perseus, you have saved us all.
They all hug.
Great things will come true. Come, let's leave this horrid place and let us celebrate your wedding.
light stem, and the end. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. I got some questions. All right, it says, what details tell you about, on page 277, sorry. I got a little excited. That was a good little story.
Miss Pfeiffer, can I go to the bathroom?
Yes. All right, so what details tell you about Polydectes' character?
He is mean, he's selfish.
He's mean. Okay, what else?
He's selfish.
He's kind of selfish. Why is he selfish?
Because he wants the name for himself.
Yeah, and he wants everybody to bring him what?
Gold.
Gold and gifts. He's like, how dare you show up without a gift? All right, next page, 279. It says, how does the illustration help you to understand what the gods and goddesses' characters are like?
They're all mythical.
They're all mythical, okay? So they're kind of, they're the ones that are in the smoke. They are,
Gods.
they're larger than life. So while like the top half of them looks like a human, the bottom half looks like a cloud or a mist coming up from a fire. So they must have what kind of, would you think that they would have some superhuman powers?
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you contrast them to humans? How are they different from humans?
Because mythical gods live forever and regular humans live and die.
Right. All right. So we have humans live and die. We're mortal. Mythical gods are immortal, meaning they live forever. What do they give Perseus?
Steel armor, like steel, so that he doesn't have to look at her. So he can put off his eyes and put it on.
Right. So does Perseus have any special powers? No, he doesn't. But how does he get those special powers? Because of the gifts that were given to him by the gods and goddesses. Hey, Miss Dixon, is she going to send out a list of who hasn't returned them in?
You just call me Miss Dixon?
I can't see you from that far away.
Nah, what did you have? I miss you.
Hello, you. Hi, buddy. Is she going to send out a list of who hasn't turned that in? Because I need some serious... If I need to do the bribery, I can do the bribery.
Okay, yeah, me too. But if not, I will ask her to.
Because I just don't know who's turned it in and who hasn't. Because normally I would have my own list. So, all right. Let's turn to page... Sorry, I got distracted. Page 283. It says, how does the illustration affect your opinion of Perseus so far?
He's helping one another.
But remember, we're talking about how something happens. We're talking about how it affects our opinion of him. What character traits would you call Perseus at this time? He's brave, yeah. Why is he brave?
Because he got the race of his head, and then he's going to the dragon monster.
It's actually kind of smart. He's brave and smart because how would he remember? I mean, that if he, right, the creature would turn to stone. And he's brave because he's battling such a large sea creature. Was he confident in his abilities to beat, defeat Medusa's head? Yeah, he was very confident in his abilities. Alright, let's look at the collaborative discussion questions on page 285. Alright, it said, reread page 277 to 278. What details helps you to know what Perseus is like? Write it down. Alright. Alex, I want you to write yours on a piece of paper, please. Your answers to these questions. You can't write in somebody else's book. right, question number 2. It says review pages 278 to 281. How is Perseus able to conquer Medusa? And then number 3 says, what is similar about the ways in which Perseus rescues Andromeda and Danae? What is similar about the ways in which Perseus rescues Andromeda and Danae? All right, raise your hand if you're not done answering one of these 3 questions. All right, let's look at these questions then. It says, what details help you know what Perseus is like?
He is kind, brave, and smart.
Okay, well, what details in the text, what sentence or lines in the text help you to know that?
He chopped off Medusa's head and then threw it to the sea monster and then he took it.
Okay, good. All right, number 2. How was Perseus able to conquer Medusa?
By slicing chops up her head off and then raised the shield.
All right, he cut Medusa's head off, and then where did he put? He cut her head off and then put it in Athena's knapsack. And then number 3 says, what is similar about the ways in which Perseus rescues Andromeda and Danae? He uses Medusa's head to turn both the monster and the king into stone. Very good. All right. We are going to do the box method with our vocabulary words. All right, hold on one second. Let me move this out of the way. Let me find my vocabulary list. That's a good little story, a little play. Excuse me. Andromeda. All right. So, this is our, remember our box method? Put the word in the middle. And you put picture, sentence, definition, and part of speech. Alright, so this is your independent working time. You need to be working on doing all these words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words in the box method. When you finish that, you can get your social studies out and continue working on your crossword puzzle or that math paper that they gave you yesterday.
Does our break start on Friday? Like once you're done with school Friday?
Yes, it starts on Friday. Goes until January 4th.
Until January 4th? Are y'all going to be in school?
No. They will be virtual from the 5th to the 8th. So they don't actually come back until after the 8th.
So on the 11th, the second week of January, y'all come back?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, y'all got vocabulary box method to be working on. Alex, you're a Colorado this afternoon. Sorry, I just got a message from Dojo.